deal with what? The passage. I think you got this passage sometime back, last week, remember? But not in the same form, a few changes here and there. The passage is all about man's creativity, man's dependence on technology, and differences between man and machine. We have got this passage, I'm sure. Very short passage. It talks about how man has progressed, how man has been depending on the technology, and a few differences between man and machine. All the 5 questions you should be able to answer. Very easy questions. You don't have to read the passage. Based on common sense, you can answer the questions. Shall I read out the first question? According to the given passage, what has man become increasingly dependent on? So though the passage talks about technology, what is the modern and latest technology? And what is a buzzword right now? What do we talk about? Artificial intelligence. What is the first option? Gramophones. It has become redundant or obsolete. So mark it wrong. Machine language. It is specific, not general. What is the third option? Artificial intelligence. Hold that one. Assembly language. Again specific, not correct. So what is the answer based on that? The third option, artificial intelligence. For this, you don't have to read the passage, common sense. What are the capabilities of humans that are mentioned in the passage? As the passage talks about the differences between the man and the machine, common sense based, what are the differences? Man has emotions, machines don't have emotions. Man is creative, machine is not creative. Man is flexible, machine is not flexible. Man depends on himself, machine has to depend on, man has to depend on the input. Clear? What is the first option here? Humans are curious to discover and create new things. Right or wrong? Please respond. Humans are multi-talented. That is also right. Humans are capable of learning, grasping, understanding the concept of various things. True. So what is the answer? Do you have to read the passage for this? Not required. Question number 3. How is improvement in machinery possible? When its mechanical brain is fed by humans, obviously. A machine always keeps changing. It becomes better, better, better. But how does it change? Someone has to feed the machine. Babu, where is this videographer? Satish, loud kadantama. Volume. Right now or from the start? You should have told me that time itself. I can't go back. Now you check. So what is that I was talking about? How is improvement in machinery possible? Is that okay now? Loud and clear, that boy. Yes, thank you. So when its mechanical brain is fed by humans, obviously who is behind a machine? Man is behind a machine. The efficiency of a machine depends on man, the person who feeds and works on that. When its mechanical brain is sold by humans, that is ridiculous. When its mechanical brain is rolled by humans, again ridiculous. When its mechanical brain is fired by humans, ridiculous. So what is the answer? Do you have to read the passage for this? I don't think so. Sheer common sense, all these questions. Even these are silly questions. Which of the following is similar to the word wisely given in bold? So what is the answer? Positive word or negative word? Positive. Foolishly negative. Trash. Trash, write the meaning. Beat someone. Trash means what? Beat someone. To beat someone. I write one example. The pickpocket. Not pickpocketer. Satish, please be alert, some disturbance is there. Usually you go to any bank, at the entrance, in the lobby, near the cash counter, you will see a small board. Beware of pickpocketers. Is it right or wrong? It is wrong. There is no word like pickpocketer in English. He is a pickpocket. Rarely she is a pickpocket. Usually it is he is a pickpocket. And tomorrow you get selected, you become the bank manager. Please get it corrected. Beware of pickpocketers or beware of pickpockets. Are you guys here? Beware of pickpockets. Pickpockets singular, pickpockets plural. Now, usually a person catches a pickpocket, then people gather around that person, onlookers, and what do? They thrash him up. Thrash someone means what? Beat someone severely. And what is the idiomatic expression for the same meaning? You thrash someone, you beat someone severely. To beat someone black and blue. Please write that. To beat someone black and blue. To beat someone black and blue means what? To beat someone severely. You have got this many a time. Does it sound familiar or unfamiliar? Familiar, that's good. What is the next one? Intelligently. Hold that one. Stupidly, negative, mean. Write the meaning of mean. Mean means narrow-minded, with negative attitude. Also write negative attitude. More than the meaning, you all must be knowing the meaning. I want you to learn the combinations. Please write the combinations. Mean mentality, mean behavior, mean mentality, mean behavior, mean look. These are the combinations. Now, underline the word intelligently. You all know the word intelligent. I would like to do a value addition, give a few related words. First, you write the word genius. You all must be knowing this also. Intelligent, very intelligent, genius. Then you write the word, this you may not know, but important from the exam point of view. Please write the word polymath. Polymath means what? Intelligent, very intelligent person, genius. And this you may not know. Please write the word highbrow. Highbrow. Highbrow also means a genius, very intelligent person. He is a highbrow, she is a highbrow. He is a polymath, she is a polymath. And there is one idiomatic expression. Some people, they can talk about anything, anytime, anywhere, effortlessly on any topic. And that means they have a lot of knowledge. What is the idiomatic expression for that? Please write. Walking encyclopedia. He is a walking encyclopedia. That's what we say. Or she is a walking encyclopedia. Means what? Are you guys here? Means what? Very intelligent, very knowledgeable. What is the other word for knowledge? Please write the word intellect. Intellect, knowledge, wisdom, all these words. A person has a lot of knowledge, then what do you call that person? He is an intellectual. So, right? Intellectual. And today, have you written the word intellectual? Youngsters, they are not looking for going after looks when it comes to marrying someone. They are looking for what I call, please write, not always, sometimes. Please write intellectual compatibility. You should know this expression. They are not going after money, they are not going after looks, they are going after intellectual compatibility. Means what? Compatibility means matching, understanding. Intellectual compatibility means to have the same wavelength, also right? They want to have a person with the same wavelength. Different wavelength, then there's a problem. Everyday fights. They are like poles apart, North Pole, South Pole. And they're always at loggerheads. Loggerheads means what? Always fighting. Enough of words, sir. Please go to the next question. Shall I? What is the question number? This is also a silly question. What is the opposite of limited? Tell me what is the answer? Short. What is opposite? Wise. Please respond. Foolish. That anyone will answer. What are the other words? One is dull. Another word is dumb. B is silent. Another word is dud. D-U-D. Brief. Residue. Unbounded. Bounded means limited. Limited, what is opposite? Unlimited. What is the other word for unlimited? Unbounded. So what is the answer? I don't want to ask the question who has got all the 5 correct. That will be a silly question. I'll move on to the next set of questions. Now on, you should be very attentive and alert. These are not easy. Based on awareness, contextual awareness, based on proficiency in English, you can answer. Fast reading, otherwise impossible. So what are the instructions here? What are you supposed to do? You see 5 parts. Part E is fixed. You have to arrange the other 4 parts to make a contextually and grammatically meaningful sentence. The meaning can be different from the one given in the question. If no such rearrangement is possible, mark 5 as your answer. What is that? No rearrangement is possible. Shall I read out the first one? Concentration, time management, and discipline in the study hours are required to achieve success in the long run. At the outset, it seems correct. You don't have to touch. You may feel like going for the 5th option. But generally speaking, here it is an idea, it's a message. To achieve success, what are you supposed to do? Then you start with, please make a note, D is the first one. To achieve success, the context perhaps, someone is telling how to achieve success. To achieve success, concentration, time management, and discipline in the study hours are required in the long run. In the long run, we cannot touch. So which option talks about that? Third option, am I right? Answer is the third option. But here, in the study hours, please underline that as a phrase. And generally we don't use in the study hours, we say, please write the word during the study hours. That's a better word. In place of in, you should use during. Question number 7. For more than 3 decades, governments have been promising that with environmental safeguards, growth can be made sustainable. Underline the word sustainable. You have got this word many a time. What is the meaning of the word sustainable? Sustainability, sustainable practices. So please write the meaning. Sustainable means, this is an important word, you have to know the meaning. It has many meanings. In this context, it means using the resources wisely, thinking of the future generations. Using the resources wisely is called sustainable practices. But to write the word sustain, it has a different meaning altogether. Sustain means to hold for a long time. Write one example you understand. He could not sustain the conversation for more than an hour. He could not sustain the conversation for more than an hour. He could not continue beyond that. Have you got the meaning? Fine. Now tell me, you should ask the question. These are not easy. First you should know what exactly the sentence talks about. Then you should ask the question, what is the subject? You should always think of the subject. Of all these parts, which part looks like, or which word looks like potential subject? Underline the word governments. Obviously, it is about what governments have been doing. We'll start with that. Governments have been promising for how long? For more than 3 decades, what? That with environmental safeguards, growth can be made sustainable. So, which option talks about that order? A is, first one is what? Governments have been promising. Which one starts with, how many options with A? And what is the second one? No, here it is B. I thought they give this side. So it has to start with the B. How many options with the B? 2 options. And second one is what? A. Which option is that? Answer is the third option. Sometimes they give this side, sometimes they give that side. We got to be careful. Shall I go to the next one? Adivasis. So what is the other word for Adivasis? Please write the word tribals. Adivasi, Sanskrit word perhaps. What is the English word? Tribals. Adivasis and other communities have a dismal record. Please underline the word dismal. Means very bad, negative, depressing, not up to the mark. And write one combination, dismal performance. That's a typical combination. Dismal performance, dismal record, dismal performance of safeguarding the environment and the livelihoods of governments in the last few years. What is the answer, you tell me? Not that I don't know, I just wanted to check. I will change the question. How many of you have chosen the 5th option? No rearrangement is possible. That is the answer. And here you cannot rearrange the parts also. The parts have not been given properly. What is the correct sentence? Please make a note. Governments, start with governments. Then where is the verb? Governments have a dismal record of safeguarding. Hope you are listening carefully. So you cannot get the correct order based on the parts, only based on the words. Governments have a dismal record of safeguarding the environment and the livelihoods of Adivasis and other communities in the last few years. This is the correct order. But can you get it based on the parts? Not possible. Based on that, what is the answer? No rearrangement possible. I hope you guys are attentive. When I gave the correct sentence, how many of you have written that correct sentence? Please raise your hands. I appreciate those students. That's what I expect from you. When I read out, when I told the correct sentence, what I expect from you, listen and write immediately the correct order. Otherwise, what happens, you may ask. Today you remember, after some time you cannot handle the same question, the same sentence. But today you write and you remember that because you have written, and next time you get a similar pattern, this knowledge will help you that time. Please remember, all of you, by listening we cannot get knowledge. Always listening, not writing. Notes, you know the meaning of notes, you know the purpose of notes. If you can learn anything, everything by listening, notebooks will not be in the market. Will you see notebooks? Please say yes or no. Why do we have notebooks? Listen and write. Make a note, then read, then revise. Only then you can consolidate and remember. By listening, it is impossible to remember something. Please write a few words based on tribals. First, you write the word inhabitants. Inhabitants means what? Those who live in a particular area, region. And sometimes certain regions belong to certain people. The place belongs to them. From the beginning, they have been there. Then what is the expression we say? Original inhabitants. That anyone can understand. But better word, please write. You all must be knowing this. We have got many a time. Indigenous people. What do you call them? Indigenous people means original inhabitants of a particular place. And what is the other word, indigenous people? Please write the word aboriginals. What is the other word? A better word? Aboriginals. Same meaning. Original inhabitants, indigenous people, aboriginals, they all mean one and the same. So you should recollect all these related words. Next one, sedition. What is the meaning of the word sedition? Separation. Please write. Sedition means separation. It is a word that goes with polity, political science. Sedition and conspiracy charges have been filed against 3 former students of JNU or Jawaharlal Nehru University and 7 others. Do you think it is in the correct order or you have to rearrange? Correct order. What is wrong with this? Why not correct order? What is wrong with this sentence? Yes, who says not correct order? Raise your hand. Tell me why is it not correct? Where is it? Satish, please come here if you don't mind. Please come here. Please give this mic to that student. Tell why it is not correct order. Those who have said not correct order, raise your hands. He will give the mic, express your views. Please go on. Why is it not? And what is the correct order?
It should start with D.
Start with C.
D. Delta.
D for Delhi.
Yes, sir, Delhi.
JNU. Then complete the sentence.
JNU students and 7 others
But
have
3
been filed
former.
against.
You have 3 former JNU students. After that, what do you see? D is JNU. D.
Yes, sir.
After that, you said students of. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
But you have left out
3
former.
Yes, sir.
Then it is not correct. Where do you place this expression 3 former? That goes with students.
Yes, sir.
Any other combination?
Oh.
Not able
No.
to?
No,
Okay.
sir.
I appreciate your response. Please give him a big hand. Here, what matters, it shows that he has been listening attentively and he wanted to express his views. He has the right to do that. And sometimes what happens, from that, you may learn something. Not one student, all the students get benefited. Anyone else? Please give the mic to that girl. That's very good. Tell me why you have to change and what is the correct order.
The correct one is 3 former students of Jawaharlal Nehru University and 7 others have been filed against sedition and conspiracy charges.
If you use have been filed, which voice is it? Active voice or passive voice? Please answer, you, same girl.
Yes,
Active
sir.
voice or passive voice?
Passive.
Have been filed.
Passive.
Now, when it is passive voice, can you use a person's have been filed? Someone has been filed or something has been filed. What will you say? I will
Something
rephrase.
has
Will
been
you say 3 students have been filed or will you say 3 cases have been filed?
Cases.
So, do you think it is right? No, it
Okay.
is not possible. So, what is the answer? There is one clue for you. All of you please underline. Still, I appreciate that girl. Give her a big hand. Please encourage. Here the clue for you, have been filed. Please underline that part and make a note, passive voice. When do we use passive voice? When the subject receives action. Subject does action, active voice. Subject receives action, passive voice. What is the subject here? The charges. What charges? Sedition and conspiracy charges, plural form, have been filed against whom? 3 former students of JNU and 7 others. Absolutely right sentence. No rearrangement possible. Is that clear? Yes or no? What is the subject? Please underline sedition and conspiracy charges, 1 unit and write subject. Those charges have been filed against someone. Who are those? JNU students and 7 others. A perfect sentence. Shall I go to the next one? Good, I appreciate your participation. Students assembled on the grounds of JNU more than 3 years ago spoke of liberation from a caste-ridden and inegalitarian society. What is the correct order? Or what is the answer? Students assembled on the grounds of JNU more than 3 years ago. They should have used and spoke of, and is not there. Or to speak of, that is also not there. Ago spoke of liberation from a caste-ridden, liberation from is correct, please underline, liberation from a caste-ridden and inegalitarian society. So can you rearrange? No. What is the answer based on that? Fifth option, no rearrangement is possible. But there's one good word here. All of you write the word egalitarian society. Write the word egalitarian. What is the word given by them? Inegalitarian. What do you think the meaning is? People with, please write the meaning. Egalitarian means all the people have the same or equal rights and privileges. All the people have equal rights and privileges. Brackets you could write, in an egalitarian society, all are equal. So brackets you write, all are equal. They have the equal rights, they have the equal privileges. Is it possible? Please answer. It is impossible. What is the reason? In the same family, people are not the same. Your same hand, all the 5 fingers are not the same, right? They differ from one another. In a society which is a heterogeneous group, it is impossible to have equality. You always come across haves and have-nots, rich and poor, and all at the same level. It is not a practical idea, it is impossible. Shall I go to the next one? What is the question number? 10th one is over. Have I skipped any question? This section is over. Easy or difficult? Challenging and time-taking. Has anyone got all the 5 correct here? Oh, there are 2 students. Please give them a big hand. You are aspiring IAS aspirants, you too. Are you oh, you are, I've seen, you have written that. I thought, good. I wish you all the best. Now we'll move on to the next set of questions. These are rather easy. One reading you should be able to get. Shall I? Yes, sir. No, sir. Please continue, sir. Please stop, sir. What? In India, natural calamities, underline the word calamities. In India, natural calamities such as floods, droughts, cyclones, and earthquakes have caused damage and disruption. When you see this sentence, first thing, there are 2 possibilities. Those who read the newspapers, they smile and they know which word goes there. They don't even bother to look at the options. Second situation, those who don't read the newspapers, they check the options and they spend a few minutes on various options. Finally, they may get the right word, may not get the right word. Now, those who read the newspapers, they must have chosen, let me ask the question, how many of you have chosen the third option? That is the answer beyond any doubt. On what basis? It's a typical expression used in the newspapers, widespread damage. When you see this damage and disruption, then you look at the options, widespread, perfect word, perfect combination. So make a note, this is based on word combination. Word combination. So what is the answer? Widespread damage, typical expression. Any calamity, they use this. Then disaster. Disaster damage, does it sound grammatically correct and practically correct? No. Opulent, a few words you have to learn. Please write the meaning of the word opulent. Opulence means what? Abundance. Opulent, abundant, excess, plethora. Already I've got one word. Remember, plethora, abundant, excess. And what is the other one? You all know disaster, opulent, widespread, eloquent. I would like to give a few words related to. First, you write the word eloquent. And bracket, you write speech. And write one typical combination, eloquent speaker. Once in the success meet, one of the faculty members was introducing, so that time he used this expression while talking about me. He is an eloquent speaker. Now what do you understand, what do you think the meaning is? Fluent speaker. Eloquent means what? Fluent. Please write the meaning. Fluent, he can speak fluently. Eloquent speaker. Now when it comes to speech, a few words you have to learn. Public speaking, eloquent speaker. And some people, they can talk on any topic spontaneously. So first you write the word spontaneous. Spontaneous speaker. Use that symbol, spontaneous speaker. Then some people again, spontaneous, easy word you can make out. Write one expression, off the cuff. Off the cuff. Write the meaning of that. To speak off the cuff means to speak without any preparation. Please write, to speak without any preparation. There is one more word, spontaneous speeches. What is that word? What is it? Elocution. That goes with public speaking, school level, not that word. One more word is there, it slipped my mind. Spontaneous, no preparation, nothing. Spontaneous, simple word, off the cuff, idiomatic expression. Let's see, if I get it, I will tell you. And what is the last option here? Hilarious. What is the meaning of the word hilarious? All of you please take the mind map. Here I would like to give a few words. First you write the word funny. You all know the word funny. Fun. Yes? Simple word. Then you write the word amusing. Funny person, funny movie, amusing movie, and hilarious movie. These are all synonyms. Amusing, hilarious, and humorous. Humorous also means the same, hilarious or amusing. And another everyday English word, please write the word comedy. Comedy, fun, amusing, hilarious, humorous, they're all related words. How many words are new here? Perhaps amusing, hilarious, humorous you must be knowing. Shall I go to the next one? Question number 13, am I right? Or 12? 11 is over. Now 12. There is an urgent need to focus our attention on natural disasters that are placed in the world due to damage to the environment. That are, underline the helping verb are. Generally, where do you use the helping verb are? They are intelligent. Now, what is the word intelligent? Adjective. You can use with an adjective. They are listening. I hope so. They are listening. Which tense is this? Present continuous. So it goes with present continuous tense. They are printing the books. Active voice or passive voice? The books are being printed by them. Are being. It goes with passive voice. But generally speaking, when you see are, you should think of present continuous. That means what? You need a verb with ing, or you need a present participle verb. So how many options are there? Unfortunately, 4 options. Tougher. So that are taking place. Again, you have to use knowledge related to word combinations. Take place. Seems right? Hold that one. Going place. Can you use going here? So mark it wrong. Happen is ruled out. Waking. Can you use the word waking here? Mark it wrong. Happening place. Happening is right, but place you cannot use, wrong combination. So what is the answer based on that? Taking place, rather easy, should not be a problem. Question number 13. There is increasing consciousness across the world about the environment in the wake of, please underline the word in the wake of, in the situation, in the wake of, against some backdrop in a particular situation, in the wake of natural calamities, because of natural calamities, but it is not making any on the actual ground. There is a problem with the key, this question. So tell me what is the answer. It is not making any what? Serious on the actual ground? No. Can you use the word serious? Agriculture, is it relevant? No. Displacement, hold that one. Difference, hold that one. Spiritual, relevant or irrelevant? The key says the third option, that is not correct. It is not making any difference. It's a standard expression. So what is the answer here? The fourth option, not the third option. I hope you got the context. There is increasing consciousness across the world about what? About the environment in the wake of natural calamities. Awareness is there, consciousness is there, but it is not making any difference on the actual ground. Means at the grassroots level, there is no difference. I hope you got the context. If you read the newspapers, then you will be comfortable. When you see this, you know the answer is, it doesn't make any difference. Please write one example. If you don't listen attentively, it doesn't make any difference. It doesn't make any difference from enrichment point of view. It doesn't make any difference from enrichment point of view. I hope you got it. Yes. Shall I go to the next one? Environmental should be at the center of all development projects. Environmental issues, environmental concerns, environmental considerations, environmental policies, environmental protection. These are the words that have to pop up. What is the first option here? That seems right or wrong? Hold that one. Environmental damage should be the center. Not correct. Seriousness, perhaps. Concerning is not grammatically correct in this context. And taking, not relevant. Here we have to use environmental. Which part of speech is it? Please write adjective. Environmental issues, environmental concerns. So what is the word environmental? Which part of speech is it? Adjective. After an adjective, what are you supposed to have? A noun. So obviously, considerations in the plural form, answer is the first option. How many of you have got this one right? Please raise your hands. Now, the last one, despite tremendous scientific and technological, underline the word technological. Which part of speech is it? Adjective. Technological advancement, technological progress, technological innovation. So what is the word technological? Adjective. We don't exactly know when and where a particular disaster will strike. Technological increasing, is it grammatically correct? Advancements, it's a standard expression. You read any magazine, you read any article, any newspaper, quite often when they write an article about technology, they use the expression technological advancements. For this, you don't have to struggle 1 second. Only 1 second is required to get this, the correct word. What is the other one? Decreasing, not relevant. Wanted, irrelevant. Fluctuating, again not relevant. So what is the answer? Technological advancements. Write the word advancements, part of speech, noun. So it is word combination, adjective, noun combination. I think these are very tough. 16 to 20. Oh, not these. The next 5 questions are really tough. What are these about, 16 to 20? You see 2 columns, column 1, column 2, and you have to match. Shall I read out? But he talks about they should be grammatically correct. That is very important for you to consider. The popular celebrity receives an innumerable. What is the spelling of innumerable? Is it single N or double N? Innumerable. It is single N. Please cross check immediately. Who has net access, please cross check. Because he talks about grammatical errors also. Every word matters. Please cross check whether it is printing error or correct spelling, wrong spelling. Double N is there, innumerable. So there is no error. Are you sure about that? Thank you. The popular celebrity receives what? An innumerable car accidents relevant? No. Will be worsened relevant? No. Amount of fan mail each week. Innumerable amount of fan mail each week. This seems right or wrong? First you answer. It seems right. What is the correct pair? A and F. On rainy days, there are multiple car accidents in the congested city. This seems perfect. One reading you can make out. On a rainy day or on rainy days, there are multiple car accidents in the congested city. You all know the word congested. What is the opposite word? Spacious. Not spacious, no E sound, spacious. Spacious, congested. So BD is also right. What is the third one? Pollution coming from the factory. Car already we have chosen. Will be worsen or will worsen. So this is not the right one. Grammatically it is not correct. What is the correct expression? Pollution coming from the factory will worsen the air quality in the city. So you cannot consider CE. Do you have that option which talks about AF and BD? Which option is that? Answer is the first option. Please write rainy days. There are two idiomatic expressions. Imagine it has rained heavily today or it rained heavily last night. Simple English, what will you say? It rained heavily last night. Idiomatic expression, please write. To rain cats and dogs. To rain cats and dogs means what? To rain heavily. How many of you have taken this test? Please raise your hands. Online test. I don't see a lot of students, they are not attentive, they are not with me. I can make out those who have taken the test, those who have cross-checked the score or looked at the score, they will be eager to know what is my actual score, because sometimes you come across a problem with the key. And what does he say? Why he is right, why we went, what went wrong? That will be reflected on the faces. They will be attentive, they will look at the master, they will listen with a lot of focus, and whenever they come across new information, they will make a note of that, either a positive expression or a negative expression. Oh no, I made a mistake. That expression, yes, I got it right. That expression. But here, no expressions at all. It shows that you haven't taken the test, one possibility. Second, you haven't bothered to look at the paper, second possibility. But my suggestion, if that is the case, please don't come. I may sound a little harsh, I don't mind. Don't come. Better you stay back, use your time on something else. There's so many things you can do. You can read current affairs, you can work on quant, you can work on reasoning. But once you are here, it could be my class, it could be quant, it could be reasoning, you should give your best when it comes to listening. And you should feel happy sometimes, you should feel a little disappointed sometimes. What is the reason? You got something right, yes, confident feeling, and you thought something was right but not right, then a little disappointment. Those emotions should be reflected, but like statues we sit and no expressions at all. Let him keep on. I have been talking and I have been giving so much information effortlessly, and you are not bothered to make a note of that. It is not a good thing. I don't feel like teaching then. Very simple. Please remember, a person feels like teaching when the students are attentive. When the master is teaching, we look this side and that side. Will the master feel like teaching? When the master is giving information which you cannot get on your own, takes a lot of time, you are not bothered to write, does it make any sense bringing so much information and presenting? I can simply give the answers and walk off. Simple, as simple as that. Please remember, because of this what happens, every batch we have very good students. This batch, this group also, I know some students are very attentive. They are here to grab the information, enrich their knowledge. Because of these talks, sheer waste of time, unnecessary distraction, I get disturbed, they also get disturbed. I don't want good students to get disturbed. I don't want to waste the time, precious time of good students. So my only suggestion, if you are really keen on improving your knowledge, enriching your language, come. Otherwise, don't come. Simple. You are happy, we are happy. But once you are here, try to listen attentively. You understand, you don't understand, that's a different thing. You understand, be happy. You don't understand, raise your hand, ask me to repeat, rephrase, I will do that. Then that also works out. It makes some sense. So to rain cats and dogs, you all must be knowing this. It's a regular expression. But next one you may not know because usually I don't give these batches. Please write, to rain in torrents. To rain in torrents. Torrents. To rain in torrents. Same meaning. To rain heavily. Please write the same meaning. To rain heavily, to rain cats and dogs, to rain in torrents, they all mean the same. Shall I go to the next one? Now, although multiple tickets were sold for the event, trash daily, are they related? No. Only a few patrons showed due to bad weather. Showed or showed up? Will you say showed? I don't think it is correct. There is one phrasal verb, please write the phrasal verb. Show up. There is one more phrasal verb, turn up. These two go with events. Imagine I organized a big event, people did not turn up, then what do I say? It's really shocking. No one has turned up. No one has turned up, no one has showed up. Means what? They did not come to the event. Up should be there, but do you find that? No. So you cannot consider, though it looks right. Because the bank continues to raise interest rates, what is the last option here? Fewer people can secure the steep loans. Seems right or wrong? So please make a note, this is absolutely right. Third one, planting trees and picking up trash. Trash means, underline the word, I'll give the words later. Planting trees and picking up trash daily was done for the betterment of the park. Do you find any error? Mismatch? No. This is also right. C, D. Planting trees and picking up trash daily was done for the betterment of the park. Perfect sentence. Do you have that option? What is the correct option here? B, D and, B, F and C, D. Which option is that? You don't have an option. Then what is the answer? Fifth option, none of the above. Now write a few words quickly based on the word trash. First you write the word trash, then you write the word litter, then you write the word garbage, then you write the word rags, then you write the word rag picker, expression rather, then you write one idiomatic expression, rags to riches. Trash, waste material, trash. First you write all these words, then I will explain. Trash, litter, garbage, rags, rag picker, rags to riches. Trash has two different meanings. One meaning, waste, you see all those papers. So what do you call that? Trash. Another meaning, trash means nonsense talk. Some people talk some nonsense, then we say, what he says is trash. Please write that sentence. What he says is trash. What he says is trash. Means nonsense, not important. But all these are related. Trash, waste, litter, same. Garbage, same. And what are these? Rag, singular, rags, plural. If you go to a typical house, in the kitchen, the lady uses an old piece of cloth, old one, to clean the stove or to clean something. That piece of cloth is called rag. Rag means what? An old piece of cloth used for cleaning. Then what is the meaning of rag picker? Every Sunday or sometimes every day in the morning you see a person. In the past boys, now you see women also. In the past they would come with a gunny bag. Now they come with a plastic bag. They collect all the litter. What are they called? Rag pickers. A rag picker means a person who collects the waste from the streets. Have you got an idea? Right. And what is this idiomatic expression, rags to riches? Some people initially very poor, but one lifetime they become extremely rich. Today if you take Ambani's, initially very poor, but today richest, then we say it is a story of rags to riches. Please write the meaning of that. Rags to riches means from very poor condition to very rich condition. Poor condition to rich condition. You know why I spoke for a few minutes regarding your attention? One thing I could make out. One more reason, morning I got the news, it seems some students, they are not taking the test. During the regular classes, they are, you can take it online also, mobile. They keep the mobile on and 5 or 10 minutes or an hour, after that they submit. The score is 0. And based on that, they'll be allowed here. I hope you got it. Otherwise, can you get 0 in a mock test? That is impossible. So that is not a good thing. If you take the test, what is the purpose of this session, explanation session? You have taken the test, you have used your knowledge, but element of doubt, some questions, then you come here, certain things get consolidated, certain new things you learn. When you don't take the test, does it happen? No, you cannot connect. Same thing happens here. Next one, it was obvious that the garage, how do you pronounce it? Garage. The garage was an attachment to the house because it was added. When was it added? I need cannot be used. A few years after the house is originally built. The house is or was originally built. Context is past. So is it right or wrong? Wrong. Next one. Although few knew of her greatness during her lifetime, Emily Dickinson, I cannot be used here. E cannot go with this. It goes with a house. This is about a person. E is now regard or regarded. Please underline the key words. Why you reject, you should know. The house was originally built, not is, because of the past context. In this example, is now regard or regarded. Which voice is it? Is it active voice or passive voice? I regard something. Something is regarded by me. So passive voice. Please make a note, passive voice. So B is also not correct. Since the drugstore is closed, please underline drugstore. British English, we also follow the same. We say medical shop. What do we say? Medical shop. And Americans use, please write, rarely Britishers use drugstore, but write the word chemist. British English, medical shop or drugstore. Drugstore rare. But American English, they don't use the word medical shop. They don't use drugstore. They use the expression chemist. I went to a chemist to buy the tablets. An Indian listens to this. What will he think? This fellow is crazy. Why should he go to a chemist to buy tablets? For us, chemist, one who deals with chemistry. Lab person, am I right? So our knowledge is limited. Based on our knowledge, we should not jump into conclusions. We should always keep it open, explore, and get the complete picture. Chemist means what? A person who runs a medical shop. Since the drugstore is closed, I need to find another place to procure my medicine. Is this right or wrong? Seems perfect. How many of you say correct? Context is present. Since the drugstore is closed, maybe the drugstore in front of him. Since the drugstore is closed, I need to find another place to procure. Please underline the word procure. Procure means what? Get. Get my medicine. Perfect. What is the question number? Oh, we are running out of time. Shall I go to the 19th one? I wanted to use so many words, but not possible. The tired man's eyes hung heavily. Underline the word hung. The building not related, providing warmth not related, as he, that goes with the noun, as he tried to fight or to fight. T-O or T-O-O? Then is this right or wrong? You cannot consider. What is the next one? The coastal area was the most heavily hit, with many of the buildings being flooded or destroyed. Will you say with many buildings or many of the buildings? With many buildings being destroyed or flooded. With many of the buildings being flooded. This also seems right. Hold this one. We'll go to the third one. Turning the thermometer up will cause the heat in the room to intensify. And what is providing warmth during the winter months. This seems perfect. So what is correct here? CE is correct. Let us check. With many of the buildings being flooded or destroyed. I think this expression is also right. So based on that, B, what is that? B, D and CE. Do you have that option? Which option is that? Fine, that is the answer. Now we'll move on. Is it question number 20? Oddly, the youngest person in the class was the tall or the tallest? The tall, is it grammatically correct? Please write the tallest with a height of over 6 feet. So given sentence is not correct. The fashion industry was, from her, not correct. Class was the tallest, not correct. Experiencing a revival of the 80s style. This is correct. Perhaps the context is past. The fashion industry in the past, the fashion industry was experiencing what? A revival of the 80s style. If the context is present, then you should use is experiencing, but we don't know the context is present or past. Grammatically correct. I hope you got it. What is the third one? Her towering height. Please underline the expression towering. Means very tall, imposing. Her towering height was inherited from her extreme tall father. Extreme tall or extremely tall father? So, extremely tall father. That is also not correct. So, which option says BF? Which option? Second option is the answer. Now, 21 to 25, you have to replace. If you think they can be replaced, select the option. Otherwise, nothing. When I was a child, my father was posted. Posted, can you use Western? No. Posted Eastern? No. Posted visit? When I was a child, my father was visit. Is it grammatically correct? That means what? We cannot touch this word. Then the next two words we can replace. When I was a child, my request, listen carefully. Any doubt, you raise your hand. These are all based on comprehension. When I was a child, my father was posted somewhere on the western or eastern. Either way it is possible. On the western border of India, and every summer we used to travel from there to the eastern border. You can change western to eastern or eastern to western. And visit you cannot replace. So only B and C. Which option says that? So what is the answer based on that? Second option is the answer. Next one. A city without the narration of its pressures, struggles, and essentially its social sciences. Here, underline the word pressures. Positive or negative word? Struggles, negative. And social sciences are neutral, but two negative words. And what are the other words? Without the narration of its social sciences and essentially its pressures, you can replace A and B. Its social sciences or its pressures. You can replace. So remember, A and B would be a space but not a place wherein the beautiful heterogeneity of romanticized urban chaos will get reduced to the homogeneity of urban order. Can you replace these two words? Here, heterogeneity of order, that is not correct, and homogeneity of urban romanticized, not correct. You cannot change. So what does it mean? You cannot use, you may wonder, I don't know how many of you are thinking of that. So why not in A, C, romanticized? That's a positive word, but the context is negative. And narration of its order, if you use order here, then pressures should be urban pressures. But here it talks about homogeneity. Then you cannot use a negative word, pressures. Do you understand that? Yes, sir? These are not easy. Why are they not easy? Even explaining is not easy, to be very frank, to be candid. I can explain a person a question like this who has some awareness about the context. Then I can reach them. But there's no awareness about the context, then it is a bit difficult. Purely, I can say, no, it is not relevant, it is relevant. There ends the matter. But whatever it is, here you can replace A and B. Do you have any option like that? Which option is that? The third option is the answer. Other options you cannot. During a recent visit, we'll check all the options. During a collect visit, is it right? During a wandering visit, is it right? No. During a absence visit, not correct. Now, during a recent visit to the Old Delhi railway station, to collect a relative, you cannot use any other word in that collect, in place of collect. I was left wondering. You cannot use recent, collect, absence. I was left wondering about the absence of porters from the platforms. I think all the words are properly placed. Now, then what is the answer? No interchange is possible. 24. The railway station itself is right. The railway station itself was very different from what it was a decade back. Seems perfect. There is still the bustle, underline the word bustle, I'll give the meaning later. The rush and the jostling, underline that word also, to catch trains, but there are no porters except one or two. Here you may think, we cannot change itself and decade, ruled out. Why can't we change bustle and jostling? You cannot change because bustle to catch trains, that is not right. Jostling goes with catching trains. Bustle, the rush. When you know the meaning, you understand that. So what is the answer again? No interchange possible. But first you write the word. Write one idiomatic expression quickly. It's already 3. Hustle and bustle. This goes with a city. Hustle and bustle of a city. Meaning the pace and noise. The pace means speed. The pace and noise of a city. The hustle and bustle of a city. Then I told you to underline the word, this one. What is the meaning? Push. Push each other. When a place is crowded, You go to a jam-packed theater. Then what happens? Others push you, you push others. That is what we call jostle or jostling. Have you got the word? Fine. Shall I go to the next one? 25. Besides a number of measures to expand and modernize the system, a series of measures concerning potters was mentioned. Series, so was. Nothing wrong with that. Now tell me, do you have to, can you change or you cannot change? Or what is the answer based on that? No interchange is possible. (26 to 30), again challenging. Please make a note, 5 minutes if the faculty comes. CAT model. What are these based on? CAT exam. What are the instructions? In each of the following questions, a sentence is given with a word given in bold. Corresponding to each question, 3 sentences are given with the use of the same word. From the options, choose the sentences which give a different meaning. They have changed the pattern. Please underline different meaning. And you should choose those options. So what exactly is this? Please underline the word way. I think that is the word you have to focus on, right? On the way across the open water, they saw several dolphins. On the way across the open water. You should understand the context. So here way talks about a path. You can easily understand. What is the second one? I don't like that way of doing things. This way and that way, are they related? Not at all. So tick this one. The morning passed in a pleasant way and soon it was time to leave. Is it related to the given sentence? Pleasant way, pleasant manner, nothing to do with the way. Not related. Tick this also. Could you tell me the way to the station? Yes, this is related to the given sentence. So based on that, what is the answer? 2 options don't talk about the same meaning. That's what you're supposed to find out. 1 and 2. Which option says only 1 and 2? Or both 1 and 2? Third option is the answer, 1 and 2. Hope you got the instructions. When you read the sentence, you understand one meaning. Then you see 3 options. You have to select the sentences which don't convey the same meaning. I hope it's clear. He is now engaged with his second novel. Here, what is the meaning of the word engaged? Involved. Write the word involved. They got engaged on March 7th. Are they related? This is a different thing, related to marriage. So tick that one. The students were very engaged in the presentation. Yes, involved. They found the 3 engaged in target practice. Yes, involved in target practice. So what is the answer? 1 is not, I'm sorry, you are supposed to find out which is not related. He is now engaged with his second novel. First one is not related, and mark it wrong. The students were very engaged in the presentation, same meaning. Third one also same meaning. Only one doesn't go with the given meaning. What is the answer based on that? First option is the answer, only one. Despite the critical acclaim, the novel did not sell well. What is the key word here? Novel, goes with a book. All the characters in the novel are closely observed. Similar meaning? Say yes or no. He hit on a novel idea. Underline novel idea. Means what? New, innovative, creative. Novel idea means what? New idea, creative idea. So it doesn't go with the given meaning. The main character in her latest novel, same thing. So what is the answer now? Only the second one. Which option says? Second option. These are easy or difficult? Rather easy. Current economic activity. Underline the word current. So what is the meaning of current in this context? Latest. Current affairs, latest. Current topics, current issues. What is the second one? First option. The prevailing current flows from east to west. This talks about a water body. If you take a water body, you come across underwater currents. Not relevant to this, tick that one. They suggested measures to overcome current difficulties. related to the given sentence. The shareholders are planning to wrest control of the company from the current directors. This also related to the given sentence. So what is the answer based on that? Only first option, that is 1. The small fines for this type of crime do not act as much as a deterrent. What is the key word here? What is it? Fine. Crime, okay. Is it crime? Type. This is a word, right? The small fines for this type of crime. He can type over 100 words. Are they related? No. Take this one. That guy is really not her type. This type of crime, her type, related. It is a first car of its type. This is also related. So what is the answer? First option, which one is that? These are really challenging.